Me and Pete Rock, we went back and forth on text.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of both. See, like I'm a fan of Pete Rock, and I'm also a fan of Lil Yachty.
Right.
You know, because I never wanted to be the dude that says, "Oh, this new hip hop is shit." You know, you got to go listen to Grandmaster Flash. That's the real shit. Like I never wanted to be that guy. No matter how old I got, I never wanted
That's
to
trash.
I never wanted to be that guy.
It's trash to have that outlook.
What do you mean?
Well, the whole reason I can't respect anything Pete Rock said, even if I still have respect for Pete Rock, is very simple. It's very easy for people to forget when they were in the same position where people was calling rap trash and not real music, and this isn't real music,
True.
and this isn't that. And so to have so much fucking pride and hubris that you forget when you were in the exact same position as this young man who's just trying to path away for his people, just like you tried to path away for your people, is fucking stupid. And never can you get so big and so, I'm such a legend, that you forget that at one time you wasn't a legend and people ridiculed you for the exact same thing. You were making some garbage-ass, mumble-ass music that with all this boom-bap-ass beats that nobody wanted to hear. And that's what you thought. That's what they thought. They thought they was right, just like you think you right, but you're not right. Innovation is innovation, and to try and curb innovation, that's idiotic.
Like I said, I like both. I actually disagree with Pete Rock.
Yeah, I disagree completely.
And I felt like, listen, like, you got Rakim, and then you got like songs like "It Takes Two," you know, to make a thing go right, which is not a lyrical masterpiece, but it's a dope song. It's a dope party song. Like you know, it's the lyrics are lame, but it is what it is. It's not supposed to be a lyrical fucking tapestry, and you know, but the two of them went back and forth.
And I said this, and I think it was in your interview. I said this too, and it still continues on. I have watched over and over again as people come and say, "Oh, what is this? This isn't real words. This isn't real lyrics. This isn't da-da-da." And only rap is held up to that standard. Only rap has to have words that are super complex. Only rap has to have stories that all coincide. But you go to pop songs and country songs and random ass rock songs, and they can say the same fucking word the whole goddamn song. You don't have to have any syntax, any relatability at all. And that's music. It deserves a Grammy. It deserves this.
It's got feeling.
It has feeling. And then you have this black people, old black people, come and speak on young black people and say, you're not making real music because it's not lyrical enough. And then we'll go and salute a goddamn song from 30 years ago that had like 3 fucking words in it. I find that extremely amazing, and I find it in a way bigoted, you know. And I'm not saying it's just white people because that would be stupid. I'm saying I feel like black people are even worse, trying to make rap be so much socially aware and have to be so much more intelligent than us other music, and it's still the biggest shit in the world.
Well, what about the fact that Yachty feels like he doesn't need to have a lot of knowledge about hip hop?
Why? People don't even have knowledge on hip hop as it is currently. People don't even, you have all these same people don't even realize the influence I made and think they're fucking experts in music. And they don't hear a simple change in sonics. All the music got louder the moment our shit came out. You look at the Migos, and the Migos made people start rapping fast, and then they start doing the mama and all the loud ass ad-libs, right? And then you get to me, and I make the music even louder with slower beats, with this trapped out ass beats, and then you get like Father and all this random ass, like, they want to call it the hipster music. And now look what that evolved into, Uzis and Dexes and, you know what I'm saying, all this shit that is here now. And these same music experts aren't even smart enough to make those simple connections.
Yeah, me personally, I really don't care.
Why should you?
I don't care if you don't have the encyclopedia type knowledge that I have, because I'm older than a lot of these dudes. You know, but you could say that I don't know music because I don't know all the jazz greats. You know, I don't know every Charlie Parker song. I don't know every Miles Davis. Like, you know, it is what it is. And honestly, not knowing something almost gives you a more a different view to creating some shit, because you're not borrowing back
custom constructs, and I think that's what they mad about. On top of it too, that
like I personally don't care. Like I said, like, you know, because the fact, you know, people getting on him because he couldn't name 5 Tupac or Biggie songs, and it's like, so what? Who cares? I mean,
being completely honest, even when Yachty said that, I was being completely honest with myself. Even if I couldn't, I wouldn't care, because even in my generation, there's not this avid need to be a Biggie and Tupac fan. Like me personally, I like Biggie. I'll turn on Biggie before I turn on Pac. You know what I'm saying? But am I going to sit there and listen? If you tried to turn on a whole day's worth of Tupac or Biggie, I would slap you and walk the fuck out. I won't listen to that shit all day.
Well, you know what it is, though, about Tupac is that it's kind of like a Bob Marley thing. Like, Tupac actually had a social message.
That's true enough.
And Tupac was one of the few artists of any genre that really cared about what his people were going through, and it really hurt him, and he really wanted to make things better for his people.
But at the same time, do the kids like Yachty have anybody that they're not even trying to accept that? You're talking about something where people like me, when we speak out on stuff, or you know, they don't even care. So when you have all these different artists now who will talk about, you know, look at Vic Mensa. Vic does all this campaigning, you know, to make sure there's a better equality for what's going on, and you don't hear people just praising what Vic is doing. We have even more artists who are more socially conscious of where Pac even was, and yet it's still
more than Pac was. I don't know.
I think people
I don't know about that.
I think people overstate a lot of, and I don't give a fuck who had this backlash from saying this. I think people overstate how involved that Pac was versus how involved artists are now.
Well, Pac was a Black Panther.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, his mom was actually part of the Panther 21. He grew up in a Black Panther household.
Salute. He made it possible for us to be, but to say that there are not artists who are socially aware right now, who not even on the top tier of things, is crazy, because now there are kids who don't even have an outlet or have no looks. So you go to SoundCloud and find how many socially conscious and socially aware rappers you can find who are not Tupac,
right.
Who are not.
There's
on
more
that
rappers
level.
now, but for example, like I could, you know, because I'm a little older than you, and I actually lived through, you know, saw some of this stuff happening. Like, what had happened was there was a situation in Atlanta where there were like two white cops were fucking with a black kid. Tupac came in, got in the middle of it, and ended up shooting. Like, they pulled out guns on him.
Right.
He pulled out a gun on them. He ended up shooting both of them, and he got away. And he actually proved that they were drunk, and, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And he was like one of the first black people to shoot two white cops in the South and actually get away and actually walk away from that.
I'm not downplaying that at all. That is legendary as fuck.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
And that is not what I'm downplaying.
You're from the South.
What I'm saying is now, in our situation, we wouldn't even be able to pull out the gun. We would reach for it and die. You dig what I'm saying? So to turn that back in full circle, the kids at Yachty age now are aware of how much hopelessness it is in the situation. And two, the kids at Yachty age who aren't aware of it don't give a fuck. At Pac's time, there was an avid push for this kind of social change. The youth wanted this, but the youth now doesn't give a fuck about anything but Snapchat, Instagram, and what the fuck A$AP Rocky and Kanye are wearing. Like, they don't give a fuck. Look at how many kids have been shot and killed. How many black men have died just this year alone from police brutality. We have not seen the kids outraged. The kids will be outraged for all of a hashtag, and most of them aren't even the kids. You're talking about people my age, 24, 25. We on Twitter going ham, putting up hashtags and shit. But when we do marches and all sorts of shit, but you're not seeing the youth go for it like they did, or even be inspired, or even look at artists with reverence who are going for these things. It's just a moment in passing to them. And that's the difference.
Well, news right now is so moment in passing.
Yeah, everything is moment in passing.
Someone dies and it's R.I.P. so-and-so, and then the next day it's
look at they trying to make Kim made up getting robbed in Paris. Now, what kind of shit is that? The humanity and the youth is so lost now. Yeah. And so for you to be like, yo, well, Yachty, you know, he doesn't care, or he should know. Well, you old heads didn't even really show the youth why they should care about things that these people was talking about. The things they was rapping about, the kids still have the worst parts of it, the selling drugs and the shooting guns and the fucking bitches. But the social inequality shit, they don't give a fuck about it. They white friends call them niggas, and you know, they black friends call them crackers, and hey, it is what it is. We all together. You feel me? Like, that's how they feel about it, even though that's not what the people before them feel like.
Yeah.
So they don't have a care for it. They don't need to know 5 Biggie songs or 5 Pac songs. But in 20 years, somebody will need to know 5 Yachty songs because he just went fucking double platinum.